And we are back with Guilford County Board of Elections Director Charlie Collicutt. He's answering all your questions ahead of the November midterm. So we're getting a lot of text messages coming in through the break. This first question that I just got was, do I need an ID to vote?
Right now, no, not to vote on election day, not to vote early. We are not requiring photo ID to vote. Now, just a small caveat, and we may still touch on this later, Lauren, but we do have an ability to register same day during early voting, a same day registration. If you were not registered at all, some of those voters might have to provide some proof of address. It could be a driver's license, but not the same thing as a photo ID required of all voters to vote.
So speaking on proof of address, someone did ask, I need to update my address. You know, how do I do that? Walk us through that process.
Yeah, right now it's the same way as registering to vote. You can use one of our registration forms that you can get in various ways. You can do it through the the DMV if you're a DMV customer. Another way is if you do have the wallet card that we've sent you, you can actually use the back of that. It's a little mini form. You can fill that form out, stick in an envelope, and mail it in. Do that as soon as you can. That'll help the process completely. And if you don't get that done in time, you can still go to an early voting site, and we can make it easy. And on election day, give us a call, and we can help you get to the right place.
All right, gotcha. So Charlie, this next question, it might seem like a simple answer, but a lot of folks are wondering. We just voted a few months ago. Do we vote again?
Yeah, and it is confusing, and we've had a lot of elections, and in a summer election that's not normal, that we don't normally see. So what we saw back in May was a primary where we're whittling down candidates, and July was just for City of Greensboro, but now we've got the result of all that whittling of the candidates coming up in November. So you're going to get a lot of one-on-one matchups, or a few candidates for every race. And this is the big stuff: Senate, U.S. House. You said it before. Judicial stuff, county commissioner, school board, and things like that. That are just the culmination of what we've done throughout this year.
And then this next question is, for someone who might have some type of disability, what resources are out there? Is there a drive-through voting for the disabled?
Yeah. So. It is important that we make sure that we do accommodate all voters, including those with disabilities. So there's a couple of different things. There is an online portal for sight-impaired voters to be able to get an absentee by mail ballot, and that's something that we implemented in 2020 that works really well, and we do get a lot of sight-impaired voters that use that. They can be sent a ballot that can be used with some of the technology that they can use there, so that's helpful. But also, we've expanded, and the courts have expanded who can help voters vote by mail absentee. Additionally, all of our polling places, early voting sites, are ADA accessible. And finally, for any voter that can't enter the polling place, all of our on-site voting does offer curbside voting, where you can sit in your car, and we will bring a ballot out to you and do our transaction there at curbside voting.
Okay, great. So earlier we did talk about party affiliation. Someone asked, how do you change your registration for your party?
Yeah, and again, it's really just like the other the address question. You can download or get the forms from us at the Board of Elections, or our website, the DMV's website. Or again, your wallet card that you carry, you can indicate it on there and send that in to us, or come by the Board of Elections office, and we can do it right there. It'll just take a second, and we'll get that done and processed and get you right out the door.
All righty. So I have one more question before we head to weather. How can you see what will be on your ballot?
Yeah, great question. So we have sample ballots out there in a couple different places. On our website, guilfordelections.org, you can look at a composite sample ballot, which will have everything that every voter in the county could see, broken down by the different districts. And that's a great resource for sharing with our voters where we may not know exactly your district. But for voters that don't know their districts or want to tailor it down, we have a link where that same portal I mentioned earlier, where you can check your registration, you can go and find your specific sample ballot based on your specific address. And And I would encourage voters to go do that so they can really tailor it down for their candidates based on where they live in Guilford County.